Why are Jesus' miracles hard to grasp without ancient context? Imagine trying to understand a story from a different time and place without knowing the background. That's exactly what it's like trying to fully grasp Jesus' miracles today. These acts weren't just random wonders. They were deeply connected to the beliefs, history, and expectations of the people of his time. To truly see what Jesus was doing, we need to step into their world. Back then, miracles were seen as signs of God's power at work. People remembered the great acts of salvation, like the parting of the Red Sea or manna in the wilderness. These stories shaped how they understood God's involvement in their lives. When Jesus calmed storms or fed thousands, it wasn't just about the miracle itself. It echoed those ancient stories, showing that Jesus was part of God's ongoing plan to save and restore Israel. Many Jews believed that when the Messiah came, he would perform miracles. They expected signs that confirmed his divine authority. Jesus' miracles, however, often went beyond what they expected. His healings and exorcisms showed that God's kingdom was breaking into the world in new ways. His control over nature, like calming a storm, pointed to his authority over creation itself. These acts weren't just displays of power but signs of a new era where God's promises were being fulfilled. Another reason these miracles are hard to understand today is because they were recorded close to the time Jesus lived. Multiple sources mention them, which shows how central they were to how people saw Jesus. They weren't added later as legends but were part of how his followers understood him from the start. And there's one more thing. Jesus performed miracles with his own authority, simply speaking or touching. Unlike others who used prayers or charms, Jesus' words alone could heal or command nature. This made him stand out as someone uniquely connected to God's power. When we look at these miracles with this background, they become more than just amazing acts. They are signs that Jesus is fulfilling Old Testament promises, showing he is the Messiah, and announcing God's kingdom. Without knowing what people expected and believed back then, these miracles can seem confusing or disconnected. But understanding the ancient context helps us see how Jesus' actions were part of God's plan to bring salvation and hope. It helps us realize that these miracles are still powerful signs of God's presence today.